is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you are all here. Today we're doing a pick a card and the question, why are they ignoring me? So we're going to take a look at the cards and see what we can get. I have 3 decks set out here today along with my Oracle card deck. The Oracle card deck is the Messenger Oracle, and I have a clear quartz on top of it to open up the energy. I then have the Wizard's Tarot with Jet. I have the Tarot in Wonderland with Dumortierite. And then I have the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot with Moonstone. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I am going to be live shuffling, then I'll be setting out 3 piles. Then I will invite you to select your pile. I will put timestamps in, that way you can jump around as you need to and fast forward to your pile. All right, my friends, that all being said, let's get started. Okay, here we are. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Now what I'm going to ask you to do is calm your mind. Think of the question, why are they ignoring me? See where your attention is drawn and select your pile. If you'd like extra time, please feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, let's get started. Pile number 1. All right, pile 1, let's find out what you've got. Why are they ignoring me? Okay, we're going to take a look at our Oracle card first. Be without malice. All right, well, somebody needs to calm down some of their anxiety, they're feeling resentful, that kind of a thing. Someone needs to calm that down. Might not have anything to do with you, but that sounds like something that might be going on. The energy is getting picked up on here. So let's see how it plays in, and then we'll make more sense of it. All right. Why are they ignoring me? Well, they are very resentful of something, I think, too. Again, it might not have anything to do with you. I think things are not going the way this person wants in their dating life. I think that they are kind of looking for somebody who's a little more traditional, and they might be having a hard time discerning whether or not somebody is traditional or not. You know, we've got a few cards here that are showing me this person is very much searching for somebody, but picky, and is willing to be alone until they can find the right person. I think that they do plan on dating to try to find out who this is. So I do think they're not just waiting for somebody to fall in their lap. They are, actively kind of looking and seeing, what's out there. So they are an active participant. But right now, they're keeping everybody kind of at arm's length. They are potentially, maybe they had a bad relationship in the past. They've got some resentment that they are still carrying with them. and they are, you know, wanting something more, but they're feeling like they can't tell. They're I don't want to say they're scared, but they're nervous about falling into the same trap with whatever it was that they were dealing with before. They are definitely holding some resentment about this. And I don't think it has anything to do with you. I think it's more the fear of not being able to find the right person. We have our Seven of Cups here, and the Seven of Cups talks about not being able to choose and being afraid to make a choice, things like that. Here with the Hierophant, that's where I'm seeing that we're looking for somebody a little like really more traditional type of person. You know, traditional in what sense? They're probably looking to meet somebody and have these typical, you know, progress of a relationship. You meet the parents, you get married, you have a child, you have a 2-car garage, you know, that white picket fence type of thing, you know, where you're looking for that traditional type of person to fulfill that traditional type of relationship. That's clearly not what this person has dealt with in the past. Again, be without malice. They're going into the situation expecting things not to go well. That's exactly what's happening here. So dating, you know, and just kind of a little bit of an immature energy, trying to, you know, practice and see again, they felt like they're shut out before, and they're willing to be alone right now in order to find the right person or wait until the right person is discovered. The choices are confusing, but they are ready to move on it. I think they're just not in the right headspace is what's going on. They're expecting things not to go well. Well, guess what happens when you expect things not to go well? They don't, because you're expecting it, right? So yeah, so let's see what the cut card is. This is the middle of the deck. So this is the energy of the outcome. Let's see what we've got. Go. Yes, we've got the King of Swords. So this person is very much pulling back emotion. They're pulling back judgment. This is why they're ignoring you. They are, again, pulling back that emotion, wanting to plan going forward, but doing it from more of a logical sense as opposed to an emotional sense. Do you see what I mean? So, you know, we have perceptions of people when we see them, when we know them, or when we see them, I mean, we kind of make some kinds of perception. When we know this person, we sometimes attribute qualities to this person that they don't have, or that they didn't do. So what I'm saying is, it's not that you did something wrong, but maybe they are thinking you're going to, or, and it's not maybe because of anything you did even, it's because they just are expecting things to go badly, right? If you guys are together and this person is somehow like not talking to you anymore, it has something to do with resentment. And again, I'm not seeing like super resentment of you. I'm feeling like they're carrying something with them. They're expecting it. I don't see it pinpointing you, but I do see, you know, this card here, which talks about marriage and, you know, just ritual type of, you know, traditional type of things. So I do think they want this, but they're resentful about something. They're resentful about something, and so therefore they're trying to pull back their emotions and not give you, or anyone else, I think for that matter, the emotional, you know, connection that is being sought after. So the answer is, why are they ignoring you? Because they're wrapped up in their own head. They're resentful over something in their past, which I believe would probably be a past relationship. And they're afraid to move forward until they feel that they are clear as to whether or not this person, potentially you, would be a good choice. So be without malice is definitely in there, pulling in all that resentment that they're showing. Ooh, pile one. Ooh, did this shed some light for you? Does this make you feel like, okay, I kind of see where their head is right now? Ooh, I hope so. Drop me a comment. Let me know. I would love to hear from you. And of course, if you haven't already, please drop me a comment. I would love to, or drop me a comment, yes, but please hit subscribe, I meant to say. Very important to me. And also, I never want you to miss out on a video. All right, my friend, thank you so much for letting me read for you. Pile number 2. All right, pile 2. Let's find out what's going on for you. Why are they ignoring you? All right, let's take a look at our oracle card first. Time to ground. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe there was a little bit of romantic thinking, your head in the clouds type of thing for this person. And they're feeling like they need to be very realistic and they need to be very much with their feet on the ground, literally. And, maybe they had fanciful thinking. Maybe they got really into somebody or into you at one point, and they're feeling like, all right, I gotta get my feet back on the ground. I've been up in the clouds kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm not sure if you are in contact or were actually connected to this person at some point. I'm assuming you probably have. This person is definitely kind of looking at things. This person's still looking at you, actually, even though they're ignoring you. But they are still looking. And the reason I know that is we have our Page of Wands here and our Page of Cups. This talks about cups is the suit of love and emotion, and wands is the suit of effort and growth. So this person is not moving forward yet. They're watching, and they kind of want to make that effort, but they're paying attention to a lot of detail. They want to see what's going on. They want to see what you're doing, what you're thinking. They might maybe want to see things that are playing out. Did you perhaps start together as a whirlwind, kind of like fun, or at least it felt that way? Maybe your first date, maybe your first couple weeks, whatever. And now it seemed like it just, fizzled. Well, I think that's because this person decided they need to focus on some things in their own life. They felt maybe that they had their head in the clouds and need to ground themselves and really kind of manage life, really get in there and sort of manage life. I know this because we have our Queen of Wands here. And the Queen of Wands is really a very good energy for being successful, for getting things done. And it is Wands, so that's the suit of fire and passion, heat, getting things done and things like that. So we've got that energy, but we also have Page of Pentacles energy, which talks a little bit about moving a little more, moving slowly, planning, and, taking a step at a time. Does that make sense? Which makes it totally makes sense to me, because if you had your head in the clouds, this person, and now they're trying to ground themselves, it would be like, let's move slower, let's think about what we need, let's think about what we're going to do. We have our Hierophant here again. Again, the Hierophant is about tradition and spirituality and doing things kind of in a more structured way. What did we say here? Time to ground. This person is trying to get down to basics. And again, if it was the head in the clouds kind of thing, or, stuff like that, then they've just somehow gotten this sense that, I have to be realistic about life. I need to be thinking about the things that matter and moving forward. And I'm just having fun and lost in the clouds kind of thing. So they do want to get back to that. I think they want to get back to with their feet on the ground. They're actively working on that. At least the energy is definitely pointing to that. The way they're doing that is they are, being very, very sure about every step they're going to take, where they put their time. And so they're trying to get everything in order for themselves so that they feel they're making strides in a relationship and not just having fun, or not even just having fun, but being wrapped up in the excitement. Like maybe they feel like there's no depth to what was happening. There's no depth. It was just surface fun, or that's all it would be, is just surface fun, and there's not enough depth there. The Hierophant talks about that depth element. Okay, so let's look at our cut card. This is the outcome of the energy of the outcome, or perhaps another message. Let's take a look. Boom. Yeah, excuse me. We have the Seven of Wands. All right, so the Seven of Wands talks about somebody who is being very, very, very firm, not allowing any of their ideas to be challenged. They are feeling very defensive right now. Yeah. So they're feeling defensive because they are trying to defend their decision to ground themselves. Now, have they sort of cut their own nose off to spite their face? Have you ever heard of that saying? Somebody who cuts their nose off to spite their face. It's like saying, I'm going to hurt myself to prove a point, when it's clearly hurting myself was way worse than the point. So again, that's where I feel like this person is. They're trying to be firm and smart and feel like they have their feet on the ground, but at the same time, they are cutting off their nose to spite their face. They're losing something awesome because of in trying to honor this feeling that they have, that they need to ground themselves. So I think that's why this person is ignoring you. I don't know if you necessarily did anything or something like that, but I do think this person, it's an internal job, it's an inside job, and they are very much wanting to ground themselves and get their head out of the clouds. They're paying attention to their regular life and trying to move forward, paying strict attention to what's going on around them in their life. Ooh, pile 2. Does this make sense to you? I would love to hear of you if this makes sense. You know your person. Does this sound like them? Oh, let me know. Drop a comment. I would love to hear from you. And as always, I would like to invite you to subscribe. It means so much to me. But most importantly, I never want you to miss out on another video. All right, my friend. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Pile number 3. All right, pile 3. Let's find out, why are they ignoring you? All right, we're going to take a look at our oracle card first. Nourish the soul. Okay, well, this talks about somebody who's paying attention to themselves and what they need themselves, kind of like a self-care kind of thing. That doesn't, well, we have to see what these are, of course, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they can't be with other people or do other things and only focus on themselves. But this energy implies that this is a time of really kind of doing that self-care thing and looking for things that kind of nourish you and, well, nourish the soul. Wow. That's exactly what it's saying. All right, so let's take a look here at what we've got. Well, they still see you. They still see you. They haven't turned away from you completely. They haven't turned away completely. We have the star. The star talks about recognition and kind of singling someone out, which would obviously, be you in this situation, because we're talking about relationships. We're talking about getting together and talking together, working together. It appears as though, the 3 of Cups being here, this is all about feeling, kind of celebrating a kind of new thing. I think at one point, this person really had thoughts that this might be something with you. I'm not sure, but it might have had a little bit of a social component too. Maybe you guys met or in a social setting, or you guys connected in a social setting. Or alternatively, it could be that this person has some friends that are definitely very important to that person. But this person also wanted to get things going. We've got our Magician. This person thought, let's get things moving. But also, it's a kind of a card that's pointing out that this person kind of questioned themselves if they're seeing what they think they're seeing. Maybe they saw it in you like, yeah, I'm interested or whatever. And now I'm kind of questioning it. Am I really seeing what I think I'm seeing? Or is it that I'm seeing what I want to see? So it's a questioning. It's kind of like a questioning thing. And this person really wants to be clear before they start out. They want to be real clear before they step out on a relationship. So this person is very thoughtful. And the way that they're going to do that is they're going to nourish their soul. They're going to kind of take a step back. I think this person is not in any kind of hurry. I think they definitely do not want to make a mistake in terms of a relationship. They perhaps they have been hurt before or at some point, or they're still kind of drawn to somebody else right now who's not good for them. We've got the devil card there, which says this, perhaps your person is feeling like, okay, we're moving on, it's time to move on, but still kind of wrapped up in somebody who they were with in their past who wasn't good for them, and sort of depleted their soul, depleted their energy. So now I don't think they're with this other person. I don't see that, but I do see that this is something that they kind of might still be interested in this other person in a weird way. Even if there's no chance it's ever going to be a real physical connection again, they've kind of gotten, they're just like stuck there. They're like drawn to this person who's wrong for them. They also don't like to be criticized, perhaps by their friends. They don't want to be criticized. Maybe they made again, I'm saying it with the devil. They made a bad choice in the past, and their friends were probably like, what are you doing? This person's terrible for you. They're mean to you. They do this to you, or whatever. And this person doesn't like to be criticized either. So they're very hesitant on making a choice and moving forward because they're second guessing themselves. So the reason they might be ignoring you as well would be, let me take some time to myself and see, so that I'm sure, because I don't want to make that mistake. But I'm going to say they've still got some kind of thing in there pulling them to what's not good for them. We've all had that experience in our life where we're drawn to something that's not good for us. And even though it's not necessarily going to go anywhere, the time that this person spends nourishing their soul will help them figure out, why am I attracted to this thing that's wrong or bad for me? And put it to bed. They've got to figure it out, though, to be able to turn over that devil card. All right. So let's take a look at our outcome energy. This is the cut card, so it is the middle of the deck, and it is going to show us the energy of the outcome. Ready? Go. All right, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, right now, this person, this could stand for leaving something behind. So I do think they are going to be able to ditch this devil card. They're going to be able to leave it behind and move forward. But right now, I think they are really focusing on themselves. And that's important, though, because they do need to get over this devil card, right? So perhaps after they get over that devil card energy, that's when they'll be back. That's when they might make a move. That's when you might hear from them. But right now, they're working on that. And quite frankly, honey, you want them to work on that. You don't want to carry that baggage or have, your relationship kind of be tainted by some other thing in the background, which is this other person. They need to get over the fact that they are attracted to this bad thing, whatever that is, this bad person, this person who's no good for them. And once they do, though, I do think things can turn around. But right now, we're kind of in an energy pattern of self-care and figuring it out. This is really strong, huh? It's somebody who's pulling them a little bit. Just the thought of them. I don't necessarily think they're together or will be together, but maybe, you never know. But I don't see that. But yeah. Ooh, this was a good one. Tell me, what do you think about it? Do you know who this devil card is? Do you? Ooh, I wonder if you do. Please let me know. I love interacting with you. So leave a comment. And if you haven't already, I would like to encourage you to hit subscribe. I never want you to miss out. Plus, it really helps me out. So I would thank you in advance. All right, my friend. Thank you so much for letting me read for you.